You're listening to several speeches today, but I suspect you're already anticipating what you'll do when this event concludes. Will you chat with the person next to you about how their day is going? Maybe go grab a lemonade with some friends. Call me a soothsayer, but I can guess what you'll do. You'll look at your phone. The average American checks their phone over 100 times daily and interacts with it for over 4.5 hours a day. Curious how much time they interact with their families? Only 37 minutes. 37 minutes! I've had burritos that have lasted longer than that. Our phones. While they can facilitate connections and spread knowledge, I can think of few more pervasive and powerful barriers to genuine human interaction. We can get into contact with one another faster than any preceding generation. We are more connected than ever. But are we connecting? My message is to put the phone down. Real social connection is vital to our well-being. And one of the richest forms of engagement is conversation. Conversation is so intrinsic to animal survival that many species take part in the activity, from fireflies to African elephants. Critical is conversation's fine timing, meaning the pause between one animal speaking and another animal responding. Songbirds give just a 50-millisecond pause between notes sung by different birds, while sperm whales wait 2 seconds to reply. Humans fall in between, with about 200 milliseconds of gap. Technology completely disrupts the normal cadence of human conversation. Forget milliseconds, we can go days without responding to text messages, which, if my mom asks, is completely an accident. Also, with electronic communication, we lose the intimacy of conversation, the eye contact, body language, and the skill of reacting in real time to uncomfortable emotions like loss and sadness. Sorry, but emojis can't replace emotions. Even when we interact with each other face-to-face, having our phones easily accessible is a barrier to being fully engaged. A study recruited 300 people to share a meal with friends or family, asking half of the participants to keep their phones on the table during the meal, and the other half to keep their phones tucked away. Not only did the participants with phones on the table report feeling more distracted during the meal, they described the meal as being less interesting and less enjoyable than the group without their phones. So how do we manage something so tempting? I mean, we walk around with a game station, camera, newspaper, / internet browser at our fingertips, and I know as well as anyone, the Wordle isn't going to do itself. However, you can help overcome the barrier that technology creates in your relationships with 3 techniques I've used, simplified with the acronym ACT. Away, call, and talk. First, away, as in put it away. Make phone free time standard, such as at family meal times. Out of sight, out of mind. Second, call. Once weekly, when you're about to text someone, call that person instead. Though this might spark a moment of panic on the other end since you're actually calling them, they'll soon realize how much more meaningful a conversation with voices and emotions can be. You're still using your device, but you're changing the way you use it. Lastly, talk in person. Create more face-to-face conversations. If you're intimidated by the idea of that much eye contact, plan to do something while you talk, like throw the football or go grab a frozen yogurt together. Because, honestly, who would turn down Froyo? This past year, my 8th grade class took a field trip to Yosemite. Our phones were not invited. On day 1, without the warm glow of our little screens, we all felt like something was missing. Well, by the end of our week-long stay in Yosemite, we found that missing piece. And guess what? It wasn't our phones. It was the real, face-to-face interaction we shared that filled that void. We hiked and talked. We held song festivals in our tents. I learned more about my classmates in one phoneless week than in all of 8th grade. And we agreed that one of the best parts of that trip was the freedom from our devices. In our trip planning, we assumed that Yosemite might break the barrier of our physical endurance or our comfort sleeping in a tent. But the barrier we broke was the wall technology had built around each one of us. To truly connect, we had to disconnect. Consider giving yourself a chance to do the same. Thank you.